as an architect, I think all of us do one thing great, which is problem solving. We come with the attitude saying that I know everything. My family did not agree to send me to NIFT. So back then the mindset was like that. What will you do? Will you become a tailor? Blah blah. You will hear a lot of architects saying, I have problem with my contractor, I have problem with him. I think the client is not appreciating your hard work because you are not able to make him see the dream which you are able to see.
Architecture for architect Sagar isn't just about spaces, it's about lifestyle. As a founder of Lifestyle Architects, whose philosophy revolves around status, style, and signature, in this episode, Sagar talks about how he designs the lifestyle of an client rather than just buildings, and also he talks about his experiences in Dubai and stay at the Burj Al Arab Hotel. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast.
So I think it was a couple of years back. I was seeing your Instagram story, and you were like taking us through an insanely gorgeous hotel room. I was like, really, then where is this guy? And then I see it's Burj Al Arab. I was like, damn, so cool it is. Because I remember when I had gone to Dubai, I've seen it from outside, and I was like, yeah, what's this super looking, good looking hotel? How must the rooms be? I was thinking all that, and then I see your story. So, as an architect and interior designer, what do you? How was the experience there in Burj Al Arab? How many days did you stay?
I think in 2016 or 17 was the first time I went to Dubai, and it was again through a college trip, and I stood outside Burj Al Arab on the beach and took a photo just like you said. So I said we should visit this once in a lifetime at least, and yes, I went there for my honeymoon. It was just for one night, okay. And I think it was in 2022, I believe, 3-4 years back. And I spent whooping 2 lakhs per night.
Okay.
So it was quite some big amount, and but the kind of experience Burj Al Arab gave me really opened my mind and helped me, understand what luxury feels like. Because when I went there, of course, you are welcomed in a Rolls Royce, and then you have a private tour which you take, and you go all around the hotel. They show you things. They show you rotating beds, taps made up of gold, and all the products are of Hermes. So it has fabulous things inside. But what intrigued me is the kind of design details they had, wherein a simple concept like they have a mirror placed just above your bed, and the bed rotates also, and gives you insane views.
Okay.
Now I asked them, why do you need a mirror on top of your bed? I mean, that's very uncommon. So the reason they gave me for that, they told me every person should wake up looking at themselves and learn to appreciate their own beauty. So that small detail intrigued me, and it really opened up my mind. It said it's such a small thing, but even the smallest things is where you can learn to appreciate yourself. So that was one thing which really was interesting. And one more very interesting part was, of course, it had 17 kind of pillows. 17 kinds of pillows. Yes.
Alone. Okay.
Pillows alone. So they give you a pillow menu. I mean, how many of us have seen a pillow menu?
No, never. Yeah.
It has feathers of duck, a particular type of duck or a bird from, I think, one of the Antarctic places.
A real bird feather.
A real bird feather. Okay. And that bird is also very unique, and it's not very easy to find the feathers of the bird. They have pure silk linens, and and you have a personalized butler for you 24/7. I mean, you want to take a hot bath, you just tell the butler, and he's going to prepare a warm bath tub for you with the soapy bubbles. So everything is taken care of. And when I told them we are celebrating our honeymoon, we got a very nice cake with congratulations written on it, and every single thing there felt so unique. They had a man-made beach, so I didn't really have to go down to the beach to enjoy the beach. So they had a man-made beach there. They also had unique bar wherein it was on the top floor, and you had one of the best mixologists there. One of the best mixologists who prepared very fine cocktails. So these were some of the very unique experiences, and they had something called gold coffee. So they put a layer of gold on the coffee and on the cappuccino and serve it to you. So these were some things which made me understand that these are experiences I think everyone should maybe have once in a lifetime, wherein it really opens up your mind, and every place there has been carefully designed, symmetric, and Instagram friendly, I would say.
That's nice. Is that why you felt like going to Dubai and staying there, opening a new firm there, branch there, not firm, a new branch there?
Yeah, see, honestly, with the kind of ideas I have, even the smallest project here, we try to bring in some unique idea there and something really nice. But not necessary every time the client has that kind of budget to execute it in a place like India.
Yeah.
So I felt my ideas were more welcomed, and I also feel they have the kind of mindset to kind of execute those ideas. I can actually give you a very simple example. In 2017, we had gone to Dubai as a college trip, and we had a session with the Manipal University.
Okay.
So one of the sheikhs from Dubai had come down to give us a talk about sustainability and how things are going on in Dubai. What is the Dubai's goal in 2017? So I remember I had got up and I had told that person, saying that, sir, you know what, you have so much of glass and you have so much of sun. If you are able to do something where you can inculcate a solar panel in your glass facade, Dubai will be completely sustainable. And I read a news 2 years back, they have already started doing that, and I think they have already achieved it. There are companies in Dubai who are making solar panels inculcated into glass. So what came off just as an idea in 2017, they executed it in less than 3 years. So that's the magic of Dubai. So I think Dubai as a city has, of course, lot of people who dream, but it also has people who are willing to execute the dream. So that's why Dubai always is my favorite city, and it keeps pulling me there.
Yeah, because I had been to Dubai for Expo, and just blew my mind. Experience, maybe the skyscrapers or the Burj Khalifa from the top view, or entire city, how they have planned it, and in a matter of few years, maybe not more than a decade or so, I think, very, like, comparatively,
exactly,
a very short period of time they have achieved all that. So because you've been in India too, you've been in Dubai too, where do you think there is this difference happening? Like, in a country like India, you see growth very less, in a less rate, but in Dubai, how do you think, like, they have achieved that?
See, I would firstly say that the rulers of Dubai honestly have a very wide vision for Dubai, and they're doing everything in their power to make it happen. See, like, it's not easy to build a Burj Khalifa on a desert. I mean, it's crazy, right? And when I was there the last time, I was speaking to one of the people there, and they said, Dubai always wants to be the number one and number two.
Oh,
so that's
they
their
don't
dream.
want even to. They don't want to get to
No.
three also. 1, 2, them only.
1, 2 should be them. So when they have the largest mall in the world, so their next goal is to make the larger mall than that, larger mall than the Dubai mall. So they always want to be the number one and the number two. I mean, that's something which I don't think it's easy to achieve also. And of course, I mean, they are backed with that kind of money because of the kind of resources they have. So that's, I think, a lot different in case of Dubai versus India.
Have you done any construction there till now? Yeah.
We haven't done construction, but we have yes done designing there.
Okay.
So we are mostly into designing. We don't do construction in-house.
Okay, so what about the bylaws? All are very strict compared to here?
Yes, I mean everything is sorted there, and to be honest, you as a person, you and me, just like a common man can go there and find out whether this sanction has been done for G+10, G+1 or G+25. The land rates are very transparent, the approvals are very transparent, and there's no litigation at all.
Okay.
So you can literally buy a property in Dubai sitting here, and you don't have to worry whether the property is litigated or not. That's how safe you are.
I've heard a person saying when I was in Dubai, he said outsiders are not welcomed as much as Dubai people are when it comes to workspace. They are more prioritized than Indians or outsiders. Do you feel that?
See, I think it's not like that. If you see, the real estate is owned by almost 40% of the Indians there. I mean,
Oh.
40% of real estate there is owned by Indians.
Okay.
And you go there, it's just like India, to be honest. But only thing what I find it better is you get a diversified culture. And say you go to a place or go to any networking event for that matter, you meet people from China, you meet people from Philippines, you meet people from the UK, people from the US. So it's a single point where you can establish your roots in different countries. So it's a doorway to different countries, I would say.
Okay.
So Dubai is that.
So as you said before, you focus only on design more than execution. So in a country like India, where clients look us as a multitasker, they want us to do everything, from seeing carpenters, all that. They ask us to do anything issue, they call us and carpenter bandila, your carpenter is not. All these issues, many issues we have. How do you deal with clients saying, no, I'm just a designer, I don't look into all these things?
Okay, so very interesting question. See, it's been almost 6 years since we have started the company now. In my second year, I realized that to cover my overheads, there were only two ways. One is I had to get into execution, or second, I had to scale up with the number of projects. I thought of both of it very deeply. Let's say I take up execution. I can maximum do 10, 15, 20 projects at a time, because it requires a lot of my time, my energy. But in terms of designing, do you know the number of projects we are doing right now? Currently, we have ongoing around 200 projects.
200 projects?
200 projects, which is ongoing right now across the globe. So, I'll tell you how this happened.
Please.
Like you said, yes, every client wants a single point of solution. They want one person to, look into everything. But what we have been lucky is we have tied up with very good contractors across the globe, even in India, even in across countries. So what's special about us is when we don't do execution, we are not encroaching in the space of contractors. You honestly meet any contractor, he will tell you, I do turnkey, I do everything. But actually, when you sit down and talk to him, he's outsourcing most of his designs. 70% of their contractors are outsourcing their designs to 3D visualizers or architects or maybe freelancers. I wanted to solve that. So I said, let's become a team. Say, today we are sitting in Jayanagar and there is a project in Jayanagar. I have 2 contractors ready who can take up a project in Jayanagar. Let's say we get a project in Kormangla. I have another contractor there. So based on the area, we have shortlisted the contractors and we have worked with them beforehand. So we are working so close with them now that most of the times they go and pitch for projects on my behalf. So I have had you won't believe, Pandu, I have had contractors going to the site, giving a quotation to the client, negotiating and closing the project on my behalf, taking an advance on my behalf, and bringing the money to me. Can you
What?
believe it?
No, because I've seen people, contractors doing the design and saying, no, we don't want architects, we'll only do the designing and then give it to you. I've seen those situations more. This is
New, right?
New to
So
hear.
this is something which we have established with lot of hard work, lot of relationship buildings, and most importantly, making the contractor feel secure in his own space. Because see, whatever said and done, as an architect or as a designer, I might design 100 things, but in the end, it's the contractor on the site and doing his particular job, and I respect him for doing his job. So the same way he respects me for doing my job. So when you mutually start working on collaboration, right, the possibilities are endless, and that is how we have 200 plus projects ongoing at a time. So because I am not there on the site every day, the contractor is doing most of the things for me, and I'm solving all his pain points, which is giving the right kind of drawings, convincing the client for the design, understanding what the client wants, giving the client the right kind of design by understanding his lifestyle. Basically, I have taken off all the pain points he had into my plate, because that is something what I like doing.
And that's our niche, that's
Exactly.
our work.
This is our job, right?
Job.
To understand the lifestyle of a client and design a right home for him, or design a right space for him. So we are working day in and day out with lot of contractors, be it MEP contractors, be it what do you say, the civil contractors, be it interior contractors. You name the contractor and we have him on our dial list. We have him, working with us for the same project. So that's the beauty of collaboration.
Do you see your designs change on site? Because anyways you're not there. And does this change happen? Like you design something and the contractor does something else in respect to site changes?
See,
and what do you feel if at all changes? Are you okay with it?
See, 95% of the times designs don't change.
Okay.
Clearly the reason being, we take at least 2 months to do the design discussions. And during the design discussions, the contractor is part of the design discussions in our office. Irrespective the client is from his side or from our side, we make sure to involve the contractor right from the design phase, and we make sure that he is aware of everything. So when things go on the site, see, 5% of course we need to be having that buffer, because some site conditions, like for example maybe a window is coming right opposite to somebody else's window. Small things, we tend to change the design, but like I'm telling you, 95% of the times there is no changes. And the beauty of it is the contractors are working with us, and
Not
against us.
Yeah.
You will hear a lot of architects saying, I have problem with my contractor, I have problem with him, he is brainwashing the client. But I honestly think if we learn to respect them for what they do and what they bring to the table, I think they will respect us back.
So do you think that respect is lacking, and that is why we're finding them as taking our roles?
I honestly think more than the respect, I just think that, no offense to all the architects, even I'm an architect, I think we come with the attitude saying that I know everything. So I think we need to let go of that attitude. You see, some of the most successful architects don't have an ego, they don't carry an ego. So it's all about collaboration. Once you learn how to collaborate, you can scale up. There is no limit.
But the young practitioners, they don't have any ego. They want themselves to be heard.
Correct.
Rather than have the ego. They themselves have no project. So they'll be like, बात तो सुनो मेरा idea तो सुनो.
See, I think maybe it's very personalized. I won't be able to comment on it or put a finger to it, but the experiences I have had with most of my contractors, of course, one or two, it wasn't that great. I've also had those experiences, but you learn from it and you move on. There are so many people in the world, right? You might work with some, you might not.
Now let's talk about your firm, Lifestyle Architects. I heard your firm revolves around 3 pillars, 3 S pillars, which is style, status and signature. So could you define each one of them and tell us how you try to combine them, club them, and form like made them into one structure.
Okay. So, I like to tell you a very small story how my firm started. Uh, like you know, I graduated from Acharya, and we had 160 people graduating with me only in my batch.
We both are from same college, by the way.
Yeah.
He is my senior. Yeah.
Thank you for that. So we had 160 students graduating the same year in my own batch.
Yeah.
So that got me thinking, how am I different? So this also hit me. There's a meeting which happens. It's called BNI basically. BNI is a Business Network International, and the first time I went there was in my final year college when I was doing my thesis. I go to this place. I meet 50 entrepreneurs and I meet an architect. I still remember his name. His name is Vikas Katoch. He had an experience of 30 years. My age was 20 to 23. So that got me thinking, if I go to a platform like this, if I go to an event like this, you will not even bother listening to me.
He's already there.
Exactly, because both of us are doing the same thing. We are architects. Maybe design philosophies might change, the way we do things might change, but ultimately we are doing the same thing. We are no different than each other. So that was my point where I realized I need to do something. So before coming into architecture, I had already got admission in NIFT.
Okay.
So getting admissions in NIFT back then was really crazy. It was difficult, and my family did not agree to send me to NIFT. So back then the mindset was like that. What will you do? Will you become a tailor? Blah blah. So I said, you know what? I'm not able to let go of that thought of fashion. I'm gonna go back. So I went back to NIFT. I did a year's course while I was working in a place. It was an evening college. I finished the course. So I wanted to link fashion and architecture in some way. But I was not able to be very honest. Though the design philosophies were similar, negative space, positive space, but I was still not able to link both of them. Then I stumbled upon a course called Image Consulting and Branding. Well, that was the cherry on the cake. So when I did this course, you will not believe, Pandu, my company name was given in that course. I came up with the name of the company with the help of my mentor Lynn Marks. She's from London, and the name of my company was formed there, including the 3 words which you said, the status, style, signature. So status basically means your house. Style is how you dress up, how you carry yourself. Signature is what does your name carry. So when I say, Pandu is coming to meet me, say it to one of my friend or anybody hearing your name, there comes a picture of who you are, right? An image of you, who you are.
Correct.
So that is your image in the perspective of others' eyes. So that is your signature. What is the signature style of Sagar? What is the signature style of Pandu? So that is the signature. So when I club these 3 words, status, style, signature, I'm going to design your house. I'm going to also design what you wear. I'm going to design the image of who you are. So this was the thought process behind forming the Lifestyle Architects. So basically, I'm just not designing these things. I'm also designing a lifestyle for you.
Oh, that's why Lifestyle Architects.
Yes, that's why the Lifestyle Architects. So this is the, this is the story of how our company was formed.
Okay. Why architecture and fashion and image consultancy? Why not other genres?
Okay. Again, a very interesting question. So how this happened is, it was not planned. Like I told you, I went to NIFT because I was interested. Then I came across Image Consulting and Branding, I went. So this kind of happened to me. I think the best things in your life happens when you least expect it. So this was something like that. So I was least expecting, for me to develop my own USP. So when the Lifestyle Architects was formed, we started doing wonders. Like for example, we designed a school where starting from the logo to the architecture design, to the interior design, landscape design, uniform design for the kids and the staff, and then the website design.
Everything was done by you.
Exactly. We did all of this. So our firm is a 360-degree design firm basically.
Okay.
So I'm a one-point solution for you for anything and everything with respect to design. And like I told you, we don't execute. We collaborate with contractors. Even for uniform, we collaborated with one of the uniform manufacturers.
Okay. Design was yours.
Design was ours.
Okay.
Even for the website, we got in touch with the website builder and he built our website where we designed it.
So you have seen 3 different disciplines: architecture, fashion and image consultancy. So how do you think they differ in their creativity education system? Like, where is the creative, how do they teach creativity, and did you feel one was more rigid, another was more intuitive, something like that? Or what was the education system like in all the 3 things?
See, yes, I can answer this question very, what do you say, maybe I can answer this question very precisely because I have gone through the education of all the 3 things, like you say. In architecture, I think most of the learnings happened outside the classroom. At least for me. Because I feel when you're on site, when you're actually looking at things, that's when you learn architecture. That's when you learn what happens on the site. Coming to fashion, fashion gave me a very different perspective of design, I would say, because think of it the same. I mean, in architecture you're given a site, in fashion you're given a body. You have to do your site analysis, sun path, blah 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 blah. Here you have to study the body shape, the body size, and which are the things you need to hide, which are the things you need to highlight. So it's more or less very similar to each other, coming to fashion and architecture. And what the branding and the image consulting does to both of this is it put, like I told you, it's a cherry on the cake, right? It puts a cherry on your project. Let me give you an example. In image consulting, there is a concept of focal points. Focal point is basically, if somebody meets you, what is the first thing they see about you?
The face.
That's where you went wrong. The first thing they see about a person is their shoe or your feet, subconsciously. And then they look at your face, then they look at your hair, then they look at what you're wearing. This is on a subconscious level. Now, coming to your site, it's exactly the same thing. When you're walking down the road, identify the focal points of your site, where the eyes are going. So then accordingly put things there. So that will make sure that whoever is passing by that road will not miss your project. So that project is going to be fed in the memory of the person walking down the road. So that's how you make landmark projects. So these are things I have learned from different parts of design, like architecture, image consulting, branding, fashion, and I take all of those knowledge and put it back into architecture. So that's the magic we create.
Okay. So I see a lot of students and young professionals struggle with this feeling. I have studied architecture, but I don't want to do the main practice. So which genre or which side should I go into? So what would be your advice to them?
See, as an architect, I think all of us do one thing great, which is problem solving. We all are problem solvers. And as an architect, trust me, you can do anything with respect to design. Like, we hire interns, we hire a lot of interns. And during that 4 to 6 months of internship, I encourage each intern in my company to do various other things other than architecture also.
Yeah?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course, they are here to learn architecture. But I have a camera kept in my office. they are free to go do photo shoots behind the camera or in front of the camera, left to them. We have a fashion studio where they can design the garments or wear the garments and do the photo shoot, or walk on the fashion ramps where we do fashion shows. We have a graphic designing team where they get their hands-on experience on logo designing, they get hands-on experience on video making, video editing, they also do brochure designs. So that's coming to the graphic part. Leaving all of this, we all do walkthrough videos for a lot of our developer clients. If somebody is good in composing music, they play an instrument, I tell them, why don't you compose your own music? We'll use it in one of the video files. So, and we also used for one of our fashion show, we used a person who, we had live Chande music for the fashion show. So that Chande music was organized by one of the interns who was working with us back then.
Okay.
So he got in his friends from Kerala who were very good in the Chande Vadya, and we played it. And we have had interns walk the ramp for us. So I say that you should never, say that if you're an architect you'll be doing only this, because trust me, after that 6 months I know so many people who have worked with us, and today one person is a successful photographer, one person is an amazing model, he does a lot of photo shoots. One lady, she completely transformed her career to graphic design.
Because from an architect?
From an architect.
Okay.
Because she used to do wonderful digital marketing posters, she used to do wonderful logos. And so she completely became a graphic designer. So she, after architecture, she went, worked for another graphic company, and now she is completely into that. So I say, don't restrict yourself to what you're doing. Of course, if you're able to club it like how I did, good for you. But if you think you want to follow your passion and do something else with it, I think you can definitely do it.
So since we have mentioned about college, what are the 3 things that architecture college specifically doesn't teach and we need to learn by ourselves?
See, architecture college doesn't teach you how to make money, to be very honest. It doesn't teach you how to sell your design. I feel, because I have heard a lot of architects complaining that we are underpaid, we are not getting enough number of projects, the client don't really appreciate our hard work. I think the client is not appreciating your hard work because you are not able to make him see the dream, which you are able to see. I would say if you are able to show him the exact dream what you have seen in your head, he will fall in love with you and your concept, and he's going to pay you what you're worth.
So it's the communication.
Exactly. See, the most successful architects I have met are really good in communication, communicating their dream, communicating their vision for the project. And more than anything, they answer whys. When I say whys, that means to say that, let's say you tell a client, I want this piece of furniture here. Why? Now you cannot say that this piece of furniture looks good here, that's why I want it there. You need to have a function follows form and form follows function. You need to kind of do both of it together. You cannot just have one style. And what I always tell each one of them is, be empathetic towards the client. Of course, it's your design, it's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, it is his or her house. So show that empathy towards your client. Show that understanding towards your client. Because you might find, say, maybe a low-lying bed fancy, but if the client is not able to use that, say he has a knee pain, he will not be able to use that bed comfortably. So small things like that. Try to understand the lifestyle of a client before you are able to design for him. If you don't understand the lifestyle, how will you be a good designer for him?
And that's what architect does. It should be doing.
Exactly.
That is what our education is
But
actually
yeah,
needs to be
but at the
teaching.
end of the day, I have seen that you get so engrossed in your design ideology that you don't want to compromise on some things. But I still say, I'm not saying completely compromise on your design,
Right.
but adapt a little to what the client wants. So that's why the Lifestyle Architects was formed, where I'm telling you again, we design a lifestyle for a client.
Correct.
Wait, our conversation with architect Sagar is not over yet. We have a part 2 of our conversation coming very soon, wherein he delves deeper about his practice and also talks about an interesting concept called as color therapy. I guess you wouldn't want to miss that. So, hope you like this episode. Uh, do like, share the video, and also subscribe to our channel. Looking forward for the next one. Thank you.